development of correct and incorrect ways of interpreting it, which you need to go to school for. So really, that question is, some people read it and think that it means what I think it means, period. And they interpret it, and they often say this, literally. What Aquinas is pointing out here is that there's no such thing as a literal meaning, because all meaning is metaphorical. Language is metaphor. So you have to learn the interpretations that are considered appropriate for a text. And where do you learn that? You learn that from the schools that have been working with the text for hundreds of years, 1,000 years. Where does it come from? But we still have people that read the Bible and think that as they understand it, that's the message that was given. And in this section, Aquinas is arguing in a nice way. He doesn't say, idiots! He's being nice. But nonetheless, if you interpret what he's saying, I think that's basically his point. I'm late. I'm sorry. Did you get the quiz question? What was it? I forget.
Yeah.
Do you think he chased the young lady out of the tower with a fiery brand, or look? Yeah, I guess so. You can look it up and see what look. This is really a challenge to go to the Wikipedia or some other source and find out stuff about Aquinas. Because I think the more you read about him, the more the more interesting it is.
Have a good day.
You too. And have a good weekend.
Thank you.
And it's Fur Ronde. So for folks who are not familiar with how crazy this town become, Fur Rendezvous has a whole bunch of events, all of which are designed primarily to laugh at Alaskan culture one way or another. I think they have costume races. I don't. Isn't this the one where they also have a whole bunch of people carrying a outhouse?
I have no clue. I don't even know what it is. You said it's called Ronde?
Fur Rendezvous, which is French for everybody's, because this is the time when all the miners and trappers come into town, and so there's they're selling their furs, they're selling the different things that the arts. So all over town there's all these different.
Be like the first like market day at the back half of winter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there will be a race. We have the Fur Rendezvous race, and there's ice sculptures, or actually there's snow sculptures. So you can go downtown. I believe it's across from the train station downtown.
Do you know if Eagle River does anything, or is it all out in Anchorage?
I think it's all in Anchorage. There might be some specials and gift shops in Eagle River, but it's in Anchorage. There will be a fireworks display and stuff, dog races, and crazy people races. The running of the reindeer, but you have to pay to join. It's like $25 to run a couple blocks with reindeer, and I'm like, no thanks.
When does it start?
Friday, I think. But it goes a couple weeks.
Oh, wow.
So check. Probably the university even has some things that are running concurrently as part of it. My guess. There is still that concert if you're into listening to Cinderella in a Baroque style. That's in the Arts Building.
When? On Friday?
Good question. Let's see. I've got all these things open here. So let's go to UAA. If you like my website, isn't it neat? You could go to all these different links, and we want to ask concert? upcoming performances. Well, shoot, but it's got to be there if we look. That's not any of those. I'll just click on this one. I don't know. I hear it on the radio. Remember, I cheat. I listen to a radio. You know what a radio is?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, they're old devices. Cars have them. Request for talent. Well, you know, I can't do that.
I have a question. So I was absent from class last week, I think, or maybe the week before last. And was there a quiz or something during class?
I post a quiz question for each class. In fact, last class we ended up with 2 of them.
Okay.
But the easiest way to find them is in the notes.
Okay.
So if you go to my notes, which we were looking at, from Blackboard, if you pull up Blackboard, pull up the course, and go to course content, I have notes posted for each week.
Okay.
And
so
the quiz questions for each of the classes are highlighted so that you can find those.
Okay. Were there 2 questions today as well? Or just
No, just the one.
I was a bit unclear on which question it was.
What do you think of the story that Aquinas was chased? That Aquinas chased a woman out of his tower with a fiery brand. So, what I'm really asking you to do is look up Aquinas' life and find that story, and you can't get it wrong.
Yeah.
None of my quiz questions are those kinds of questions where you could get a wrong answer. Remember that, it's just, I'm encouraging you to, speak, read, write, with the vocabulary associated with the history of thought. And so the more you write, the better, but, there's no minimum actually for those. Although there is for the tests, and we do have a test due next Saturday, this coming Saturday.
Okay. Is that the first test? Or
That's the first test.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah.
And that's also from the syllabus. You can click on that, and it'll take you to test 1, test 2. It's right on the web. Some people have trouble finding it, but it should be there. Okay.